Hello, fabulous Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2016, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, where it comes to love, matters of heart, there are two things that are going to stand out for you that symbolize very powerfully your journey forward in the context of love. Several things, actually. So one of those is the solar eclipse. The sun rules your opposite sign. When a solar eclipse takes place, regardless of what part of the sky it does, it in some way speaks to your change in understanding the role of a partner in your life, whether it is the partner that you have or the partner you want. When a solar eclipse takes place, your understanding of what it is that they are meant to be for you goes through a change as well. And a solar eclipse does speak to, if you're in an established bond, it also speaks powerfully to what's happening with your spouse. And then we've got the lunar eclipse happening. And this lunar eclipse is happening across the sky from Mercury, ruler of a very romantic part of your sky. And this is happening in fellow air sign Libra. This suggests to me that that lunar eclipse is going to speak more powerfully to those of you who are just getting to know somebody or are open to meeting someone new. So let's start with the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse, if you are in an established bond, if you have a spouse, this is going to speak to matters of, I think for you, it's going to speak to you wanting to create greater prosperity for yourself and what it is that you can do, as I spoke of in the general focused horoscope. For your spouse, very likely there's going to be changes in the income of your spouse. So it's very possible with this solar eclipse that takes place that your spouse will experience either a jump in income, which becomes part of your joint, how you share resources. But also, this could be a change in income that is more about your partner saying, you know what, I've been doing that. I now want to do something different. And there might be that little bit of space, right? This could be like your partner saying, I want to go back to school. I want to study something. I want to change my hours dramatically. I want to go into a different field. These are the types of areas that are very likely to be lit up when we have a solar eclipse take place in this part of the sky. So these are areas to watch because it does look like your spouse is likely to be going through some changes, wanting to take on new projects or think more expansively about what is possible for them, and is likely going to be willing to try. And in some cases, that shift, that change might actually be rather dramatic, might actually be rather quick, rather sudden. So if your spouse is born right around the 10th of the month, of any month, give or take a few days on either side, that likelihood of surprise of, oh, okay, now we're dealing with this, that likelihood of your partner coming and surprising you with wanting to do something going in a whole other direction becomes that much more likely. So all of that is on offer here. All of that is suggested here. Also, where it comes to love and the bond that you are in, it does look very likely as well that both of you will be doing some negotiating in terms of where you are financially and where it is that you desire to go, and what's working in terms of the bond that you have, especially on a financial level, and what might not be, and where it is that you can find that right space. That space that ultimately allows you to feel like that give and take is being balanced out well. For those of you who are open to meeting someone new, it is that lunar eclipse happening late in the month that really is the focus. As I said, speaking with Mercury at that, to me, this says that there's an easy appreciation of the energy. What otherwise might be more challenging for others is a lot easier for you. Remember, you do have Venus in your sign as we're leaving last month, entering this month. Venus is hanging out there, and this does suggest that You are having an appreciation of your own beauty, of your own worth, and a desire, a sincere desire to know love and to experience love is part of the picture. So we have this lunar eclipse taking place, plus Venus in your sign making you that much more charming. Now, by the time that lunar eclipse comes, Venus has moved on. However, that connection to your own charm, that desire to know love, is going to stay with you, particularly because that is the energy that you're carrying into this month. By the time you get to the later part of the month, that is about flirting. That is about where is it that it's flirting and light, and where is it that flirting becomes more about serious topics, and where is it that you're bringing way too much of philosophy into a moment that maybe doesn't have to be philosophical, doesn't necessarily have to be about discussing different ways to view the world, even though that might actually be something that, as they say, floats your boat. That might be something you're really interested in. That might be your way of connecting with another person. Just be mindful, feel things out. But ultimately, the thing is that you want someone you can talk to. And if this is not that person, if in the process of meeting new people, you realize that this person doesn't have a lot of substance, this isn't someone that you really can talk to, then it's going to be very hard to stick around. It's going to be very hard for it to manifest into something meaningful. This is a general rule for your life, because really the air signs tend to fall in love with their best friend. And that is especially true for Aquarians out there, fabulous Aquarians like yourself. This is going to show you, does this person have what it takes, that little bit extra? Do they have what it takes to be a friend to you? Be someone you can really talk to. Be someone you can really consider the world and ideas and philosophies with, or not? Is this someone who can really get you on a level of relating where you are, of being part of nurturing your curiosity or not? Where that is not the case, it's just not going to work. It's not going to resonate. But where it is that is, you might just feel yourself falling in love very, very quickly with this lunar eclipse. What I love about this month for you is that you're moving forward, is that nurturing of love, is that nurturing of possibility, is that nurturing of a sense that there's love available to you, and there certainly is. You may be having to consider what that love is going to be and what role it's going to play, what's going to be the nature of that love and what really matters in love. But regardless of where it is that you find your answers, you are certainly moving towards that very love, however it is that you want it to be.